Hello artists! Today we're going to do a couple different coloring techniques. Before we get started, I did mention this a couple times before in the other video. And I'm going to say again this one, if you did not trace over all of your lines with something black, you need to do that first. It's extremely important because if you don't go over in black and you start to color, you could lose a lot of your details and your pencil lines. If you don't have a black Sharpie, which I did use here, there's other things you can use. You can use a black pen to go over it, a black crayon to go over it, or even a black color pencil. Your choice. It just needs to be nice and dark. Alright. So my first example, I'm going to show you how to do a sunset for your back, for the very back of the sky. So what you're going to need is 3 colors. Red, orange, and yellow. Now, it can be crayon, it could be color pencil. I would have to say please no marker, because what we're going to do is not going to really work with marker at this point. And if you have absolutely nothing else left, I guess, but I'm going to say really no. Alright, so the way we start this is I'm going to start with my red color. And I'm going to start at the top of my sky. And you have to just kind of go all the way across the page. And really, it's going to be up to you to decide how much red you want in this sunset. Because we're going to go red, orange, and then yellow as we get closer to where our sun is setting. And I like to start off nice and light. I don't push super hard at first. The reason why is because if you're pushing very hard with your crayon, it just doesn't make it fade. Each color fade and disappear into each other as easily when you make it nice and dark at first. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of speed this up a little so you don't have to watch me do this, okay? Okay, in that video, if you're paying close attention, you saw I filled in red all the way across nice and light. I went back in and darkened the very top, just the top edge. Then, of course, I went back in with orange. And the trick to making these colors fade into each other is you're actually going to color the orange right into the red a little and pull it down. And I did the same thing, took the yellow, colored this nice and light, and I colored right into the orange. That way it looks like it's slowly transitioning to a sunset. Now, hold on tight, we're going to look at it. I'm going to show you just about one more demonstration and talk about a few more things you can do with your sky. Okay, so this is my fake drawing part 2, because I can't keep redrawing this, and that's a lot of work. I'm going to show you another way you can do the sky. So if you did not go over your stuff with black yet, you can actually change it up a little if you'd like to make it a nighttime sky. You can easily throw in a moon. And what you're going to need if you want to kind of create this nighttime sky is you're trying to look for 3 colors. For black, purple, and a blue. Now, I'm kind of adjusting our sky here because usually the nighttime sky is kind of just usually one solid color, but I want it to look kind of interesting and different. So I'm going to do the same technique that I did with the red, orange, and yellow. I'm going to go with the black first, my darkest color. And I'm just going to very lightly fill in the sky. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to speed this process up. Okay, so as you can see, it's looking pretty nice. It's starting to blend together. I just want to add in maybe at the bottom. You don't have to do this, but I thought it'd be kind of cool. Just a bit of the sun's almost gone, escaping at the bottom. You can see what happens when the sun's just barely gone and the nighttime sky is kind of taking over. So that's my last kind of fancy little step there. So you can do a nighttime, like it's almost completely gone and set. Please be sure that you go and color in your moon. I mean, technically the moon's not really yellow, but I think it makes it nice and pops. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in with yellow. Some other things to consider for doing the nighttime sky is you can kind of fit in some stars here and there. I mean, we're not going to make them like your typical star shapes. They're just going to be little colors just kind of sticking out and shining. So you can go ahead if you have any little white spots you want to fill in. Because remember, I don't like white spots. You can go ahead and just kind of fill those in here and there, just randomly. Makes it nice and twinkly. I'll fill it in some more at the end because I like more stars than that. The other thing to consider is typically, yes, we know clouds are white, guys, but the way that they appear at night does not look so white. So what I want you to do with the clouds, if you're doing the nighttime sky, is you can take your black and you can just go in very lightly. And it's almost like you're gonna make it like gray. Because of the effect that the colors have as they change, they actually look more gray if there's clouds out at night. And you can actually kind of leave some white spots into your nighttime clouds. It kind of gives them more of an interesting look and depth. And we don't want it to blend right into your black background. So I'm going to go ahead and just give these kind of eerie gray nighttime clouds. And I'll make them a little darker right at the bottom for just interest. So there's the nighttime sky. Another thing I want to tell you before I go off from this one, go to work on something else, is that remember, you have to do sunset where it's red, orange, yellow, or you can do nighttime sky with black, purple, and blue, the stars. It's really up to you which one you want to do, or if you're able to incorporate. I don't want to see just a straight up blue sky. Sorry, not to be blunt, but we all know how to make blue skies by this time, I would hope. I really want to see a little bit more, and everything is about just carefully going nice and light and blend, and you color right one into the next one. Try and give it your best shot. Please be sure, even though I didn't finish, I'm going to finish it so you can see a picture. Be sure to finish the rest of your picture. Just because I didn't finish in this video doesn't mean you're off. You need to work on the farm. Literally and artistically. So have fun. I look forward to seeing your stuff, guys.